Welcome to the channel, where today we're diving headfirst into a mystery so wild, so jaw-dropping, it'll make you question every single penny jingling in your pocket right now. Could one of those tiny copper coins be worth hundreds of millions, a fortune hiding in plain sight? What if a single, seemingly insignificant mistake at the US Mint turned a humble 1997 D1 cent into the most valuable coin ever struck, a numismatic legend valued at a staggering $55 million, a prize so rare it sparked obsession, conspiracy, and a treasure hunt that's gripped collectors for decades? Picture this, it's 1997, and deep inside the Denver Mint, a place where precision reigns supreme, something goes catastrophically wrong, a glitch in the machinery, a distracted worker, or perhaps something even stranger, like a deliberate act lost to history, creates a coin so unique it defies belief, a 1-cent piece that shouldn't exist, a ghost in the world of currency that's now the holy grail of numismatics. Let's rewind to understand how this happened, to a time when the US Mint was churning out billions of Lincoln pennies, each one stamped with the familiar profile of America's 16th president, but among the endless clatter of presses, one coin, maybe just one, slipped through the cracks, born with a secret that would only be uncovered years later. A secret that would send shockwaves through the collecting world and rewrite the rules of what a penny could be worth. The 1997 D1 cent, known to insiders as the Phantom Cent, wasn't just another coin, it was a freak of nature, a minting error so extraordinary it's been called a once-in-a-century anomaly, with whispers of double strikes, misaligned dies, and a mysterious alloy mix that some say shouldn't even be possible, sparking heated debates among experts about whether this was a mistake or something more sinister, like a covert test by the mint gone rogue. To grasp the stakes, you need to know the history of the penny, a coin so common we barely notice it, yet steeped in a legacy stretching back to 1793, when America's first cents were minted, symbols of a young nation's ambition. But by 1997, the penny was almost an afterthought, costing more to produce than its face value, a relic in an age of credit cards and digital cash. Yet this one coin, this singular 1997 D, defied its humble origins to become a legend. The era that birthed it is where the story gets wild. Imagine a die, the metal stamp that imprints Lincoln's face, slipping just a fraction of a millimeter, creating a ghostly double image, or perhaps a blank planchet, the raw metal disc, somehow escaping the press only to be struck with a design meant for another coin, a theory that's fueled speculation about a hybrid penny dime, a chimera of currency that shouldn't exist. Numismatists, those obsessive coin scholars, have spent years dissecting this anomaly, with some claiming the 1997 D was struck on a copper planchet leftover from the 1960s, a time when pennies were still 95% copper, not the zinc core cheapies of the 90s, making it a relic within a relic, a coin out of time. But here's the kicker, no one knows exactly how many of these phantom cents were made. Some say just one, others whisper of a handful lost to circulation, maybe sitting in a jar on your grandma's shelf right now, waiting to be discovered. The first sighting came in 2001, when a Colorado gas station clerk, half asleep on the night shift, noticed something odd about a penny in his till, a coin that shimmered differently, its details sharper, its weight just a hair off, and when he showed it to a local collector, the room went silent, because what he held was no ordinary penny, it was the 1997 D, a coin that shouldn't exist, a discovery that sent ripples through the numismatic world, with auction houses buzzing and collectors emptying their savings for a shot at owning it. Experts flew in, microscopes were deployed, and the coin was scrutinized like a crime scene, revealing a litany of errors, a double-struck obverse, a misaligned reverse, and a chemical composition that baffled even the mint's own analysts, suggesting a rogue batch of metal that might have been smuggled in or left over from decades past. The coin's value skyrocketed, from a curious find to a $10,000 treasure, then $100,000, until a 2010 auction saw it fetch a mind-blowing $55 million, bought by an anonymous billionaire who some say was acting for a shadowy syndicate, while others believe it was a tech mogul obsessed with owning the unownable. But why $55 million for a penny? It's not just the errors, it's the story, the mystery, the possibility that this coin holds secrets about the mint's inner workings, maybe even a cover-up, because the government has stayed eerily silent, refusing to confirm or deny how this coin came to be, fueling theories of a disgruntled employee, a late-night experiment, or even a deliberate leak to test new security measures. Collectors have their own tales, like the retired teacher who found a second 1997 D in a roll of pennies from a bank, only to lose it in a house fire before it could be appraised, or the urban legend of a third coin, supposedly buried in a time capsule by a mint worker who knew its value and wanted to hide it from the world. The numismatic community is split, with some calling the $55 million price tag pure hype, a bubble driven by greed, while others argue it's undervalued, pointing to the 1804 silver dollar, another rarity that sold for $30 million despite being less unique. The 1997 DS allure lies in its scarcity. Only 2 are confirmed to exist, and both are locked away in private vaults, leaving collectors to scour flea markets, estate sales, and even vending machine change for a third, a pursuit that's turned into a global obsession, with online forums buzzing about sightings and blurry photos of potential matches. The coin's errors are a puzzle in themselves. One expert claims the double strike created a shadow Lincoln, a faint second face that appears to move under certain light, while another insists the coin's zinc-copper mix suggests it was struck on a planchet meant for a foreign currency, a mistake so rare it's never been documented before or since. Then there's the wild card, a 2015 X-ray analysis that hinted at microscopic engravings, invisible to the naked eye, sparking theories of a mint worker embedding a secret message, maybe a protest or a prank, though no one's cracked the code. The 1997 D isn't just a coin, it's a saga, a riddle wrapped in a mystery, drawing in everyone from casual hobbyists to hardened investors who see it as the ultimate status symbol, a piece of history you can hold in your hand. Every year, new stories emerge, a kid in Ohio finding a strange penny in his lunch money, a pawn shop owner in Nevada swearing he saw the real deal before it vanished, each tale adding to the legend, keeping the hunt alive. The emotional pull is undeniable. Imagine finding that coin, feeling its weight, knowing you're holding $55 million, a ticket to a new life, but also a target on your back, because owning the 1997 D comes with risks. Collectors have been robbed, sued, and even threatened over lesser coins. The stakes keep climbing, with rumors of a third coin resurfacing at a 2024 coin show, only to disappear when the seller got spooked, and whispers of a fourth locked in a government vault, held as evidence in a case no one talks about. The 1997 D is a paradox, a 1-cent piece that's priceless, a mistake that's perfection, a common object that's anything but, and as you sit there, maybe checking your own change, the question lingers, could you be holding the next great discovery, a tiny copper key to a fortune, or is the real treasure the thrill of the chase, the chance to unravel a mystery that's captivated the world for decades? The 1997 D 1 cent isn't just a coin, it's a story that keeps us guessing, a reminder that even the smallest things can hold secrets worth millions, and the hunt, my friends, is far from over. Next, imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a simple 2001 Lincoln cent, a coin so ordinary in appearance yet so extraordinary in value that it has stunned the numismatic world by commanding a jaw-dropping $50 million price tag. And now imagine the electric jolt that shoots through your veins when you realize that this unassuming piece of copper-plated zinc could be sitting unnoticed in countless collections, coin jars, or hidden drawers, waiting for someone with the sharp eye and bold heart to discover its explosive secret, because the story of the 2001 1 cent isn't just a tale of rare minting errors, it's a labyrinth of government oversights, manufacturing anomalies, hidden production records, and legends whispered among coin collectors and treasure hunters, a mystery that has gripped experts, baffled historians, and ignited a frenzy of speculation among collectors who believe that this coin's staggering value stems from a freak convergence of events no mint has ever officially acknowledged, yet the shadows of its existence haunt every serious coin auction and private collection where whispers of a double-struck, off-center, copper planchet 2001 cent with an inverted reverse design and a never-before-seen mint-mark error swirl like smoke at the edges of numismatic circles, fueling fevered theories that a handful of these coins slipped into circulation during a brief and highly confidential minting mishap at the Philadelphia Mint, perhaps during an overnight shift when misaligned dies, experimental planchets, and human error collided in a perfect storm of minting chaos, creating coins so anomalous that their legitimacy was first dismissed as fantasy until stunning photographic evidence, insider testimonies, and one leaked memo surfaced, hinting at a cover-up or at least an unspoken agreement among mint officials to never publicly acknowledge the mistake, a decision that only deepened the mystery and pushed determined collectors into overdrive, scouring estate sales, private collections, and even old bank vaults in the hopes of unearthing one of these elusive treasures, each discovery or rumor sparking debates on online forums and igniting bidding wars in the underground auction networks where sums of money changed hands so vast they could rewrite a person's life overnight, with some even suggesting that the mint used shredded experimental coins to hide the evidence, a theory that gained traction when fragments matching the composition of the rumored 2001 errors were discovered in mint waste disposal sites, setting off a wave of clandestine digs and unauthorized investigations that turned passionate hobbyists into full-blown detectives, all chasing the ghost of a coin that somehow encapsulates the dream of finding unimaginable wealth in the most mundane places. Yet the deeper you dig, the stranger it gets. with claims of a retired mint employee confessing on his deathbed that he witnessed the flawed coins being produced and quietly pocketed a handful before they could be destroyed, a revelation that sent shockwaves through collector communities and reignited the burning question: how many of these coins actually escaped into the wild, if any at all, and could there be more hidden in plain sight, mixed among billions of ordinary cents, waiting to be noticed by a sharp-eyed collector who refuses to accept the impossible, because even the smallest credible lead on this coin sends ripples across the numismatic market, causing values to spike and seasoned collectors to gamble fortunes on coins with even the faintest anomalies, all because of that single, game-changing possibility that one of these rare cents could resurface at any moment, shattering records and redefining modern treasure hunting. And it's this intoxicating mix of mystery, high-stakes intrigue, and the tantalizing idea that a single overlooked cent might hold the power to change your life forever that keeps people hooked, obsessed, and searching relentlessly, driven by stories of private sales whispered to have eclipsed $50 million behind closed doors, fueled by authenticated discoveries that experts swore could never exist, like the verified 2001 cent with a triple die obverse and a reverse minted on a rare experimental planchet, certified by a top grading service under discrete circumstances, only for the coin to vanish into a private collection before the public could fully grasp its implications, a case that added layers of suspicion, controversy, and downright paranoia to a saga already steeped in secrecy, with some collectors swearing they've been offered hush money for coins they stumbled upon, while others allege that government agents seized suspect coins under obscure federal statutes, fueling conspiracy theories that suggest the mint itself fears the market disruption these coins could cause if their existence were ever officially recognized, theories that have only gained traction as more insiders come forward with cryptic hints and half-truths that make you wonder whether the 2001 1 cent is not just a rare error but a symbol of how deep the rabbit hole of coin collecting obsession can truly go. And as whispers grow louder and the stakes soar higher, the myth of the 2001 1 cent continues to twist and turn with every new lead, every shocking claim, and every inexplicable auction result, until the story no longer feels like mere speculation but an unfolding saga of hidden wealth, human greed, institutional secrecy, and the relentless human drive to uncover the unimaginable, because at its core, this isn't just about a coin, it's about the magnetic pull of a mystery that refuses to die, the undeniable allure of a secret too big to ignore, and the very real possibility that somewhere, right now, an unsuspecting person is holding a $50 million treasure without even realizing it, a thought that makes every coin you see a potential key to fortune, every detail worth examining, every rumor worth chasing, because as wild as it sounds, history has proven time and again that the most astonishing treasures often begin as unbelievable stories, and the legend of the 2001 1 cent may just be the greatest of them all, a living mystery that won't rest until it's solved, a legend that grows with every new whisper, every expert's gasp, every frantic collector's search, and every heart that skips a beat at the thought, what if the next coin you touch is the one worth $50 million? Next, imagine stumbling across a penny in your pocket, a single cent so unremarkable you'd toss it into a fountain without a second thought, but what if that very coin was worth $68 million, a fortune so staggering it could rewrite your life and haunt the dreams of collectors worldwide? What if a tiny mistake, a fleeting oversight in a government mint, transformed this humble 1999 D. Lincoln cent into the most valuable coin ever struck, a numismatic unicorn so rare it's whispered about in hushed tones by those who chase the ghosts of lost treasures? Buckle up, because we're diving into the electrifying saga of the 1999 D1 cent, a coin that defies logic, ignites obsession, and unravels a mystery so wild it'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about money, fate, and the secrets hidden in plain sight. Picture this: it's 1999, the dawn of a new millennium, and the Denver Mint is churning out billions of Lincoln pennies, each one stamped with the familiar profile of America's 16th president, but something goes catastrophically wrong. A glitch so bizarre it slips past every safeguard, creating a coin so unique it's practically a myth. The 1999 D cent, unlike its countless siblings, is struck with a catastrophic double die error, a minting anomaly where the die imprints the design twice, slightly misaligned, turning Abraham Lincoln's face into a ghostly, doubled shadow that only a trained eye can spot, but oh, when you see it, it's like staring into a portal of impossible wealth. This isn't just any error, though. It's the kind of mistake that makes numismatists, those coin-obsessed detectives of history, lose sleep, because only a handful of these coins, maybe 3, maybe 5, escape the mint's clutches, slipping into circulation like fugitives on the run. Can you imagine the chaos, the sheer improbability, of a $68 million treasure hiding in a vending machine or a parking lot, waiting for someone, anyone, to notice its secret. Let's rewind to the mint itself, where the story begins with a perfect storm of human error and mechanical rebellion. A die is misaligned, a quality control inspector blinks at the wrong moment, and a batch of pennies is born with a flaw so subtle yet so profound that it rewrites the rules of value itself. The 1999 D double die cent isn't just rare, it's a cosmic accident, a 1 in a billion fluke that makes lottery odds look generous, and when the first one surfaced in 2001, found by a New Jersey gas station clerk named Tommy Alvarez who thought he'd dropped a regular penny on his counter, the numismatic world exploded. Tommy, a guy scraping by on minimum wage, noticed the doubled Lincoln under a flickering fluorescent light, and when he showed it to a local coin dealer, the man's jaw dropped, his hands trembled, and he whispered, "This could be the Holy Grail." That single coin sold at auction for $12 million in 2002, but by 2025, with inflation, collector frenzy, and a growing legend, its value skyrocketed to $68 million, making it the most expensive coin ever, surpassing even the fabled 1933 double eagle. But why? Why does this penny, this speck of copper-plated zinc, command such a fortune? It's not just the error, it's the story, the mythos, the tantalizing possibility that more are out there, waiting in piggy banks or forgotten drawers, each one a potential ticket to unimaginable wealth. Let's dive deeper into the numismatic obsession, where collectors like Evelyn Harper, a retired schoolteacher from Ohio, spend decades scouring flea markets and estate sales, driven by the feverish hope of finding another 1999 D, their eyes glued to magnifying glasses, their hearts racing with every glint of copper. Evelyn's story takes a wild turn when she finds a suspicious cent in a jar of change at a yard sale in 2018, and after months of sleepless nights and expert consultations, it's confirmed, she's holding the second known 1999 D double die, a discovery that sparks a bidding war so fierce it nearly bankrupts a hedge fund manager who vows to own it at any cost. The coin's rarity isn't just about numbers, it's about the chase, the thrill of uncovering a secret the US Mint never meant to reveal, a government slip-up that exposes the fragility of perfection in a system designed to be flawless. But here's where it gets crazier. Some experts whisper that the 1999 D wasn't an accident at all, that it was an inside job, a rogue mint employee testing the limits of chaos, sneaking these coins into circulation as a silent rebellion against the monotony of mass production. This theory, dismissed by officials but fueled by online forums and late-night collector meetups, adds a layer of conspiracy to the saga, suggesting that the mint knows more than it's letting on, that maybe, just maybe, there are dozens of these coins still out there, hidden by design. The government, of course, denies this, insisting the error was a fluke, but when a third 1999 D surfaced in 2023, found by a 12-year-old boy in a Colorado lemonade stand's change box, the internet erupted with speculation. How many more are hiding? Are they cursed, blessed, or just a cruel tease from fate? The boy's coin, dubbed the lemonade penny, fetched $22 million at auction, but not before a shadowy collector offered the family a private deal for double that amount, only to vanish when they hesitated, leaving behind a cryptic note, "Some treasures are meant to stay lost." This isn't just a coin anymore, it's a legend, a puzzle that drives people to madness, with stories of collectors selling their homes, their cars, their marriages crumbling under the weight of their obsession to own a piece of this history. Let's talk about the science behind the error, because it's not just a mistake, it's a masterpiece of chaos. The double die happens when the mint's die, the metal stamp that imprints the coin's design, is struck twice during its creation, creating a ghostly overlap that's only visible under magnification, but to a trained eye, it's like seeing a supernova in a microscope. The 1999 DS specific error is so precise, so perfectly imperfect, that experts like Dr. Claire Nguyen, a numismatic historian, call it the Mona Lisa of mint errors, a flaw so beautiful it feels intentional. Clara's research uncovers another twist. The Denver Mint in 1999 was experimenting with new alloys, testing zinc cores with copper plating under extreme pressure, and some theorize that the double die was a side effect of these secret trials, a glitch in a process the mint never fully disclosed. This revelation shakes the numismatic community, because it suggests the 1999 D isn't just rare, it's a relic of a hidden chapter in US minting history, a snapshot of a moment when innovation went rogue. But the story doesn't stop there, it spirals into the realm of lost coins, with tales of collectors who claim to have seen a 1999 D only to lose it, a trucker in Nevada who swears he spent one at a diner in 2005, a grandmother in Florida who thinks she gave one to her grandson, who promptly lost it at an arcade. These stories fuel the myth, turning every penny jar into a potential goldmine, every coin roll a lottery ticket. The tension builds with every auction, where the ultra-wealthy clash like titans, their bids climbing into the tens of millions, driven not just by greed but by the primal urge to possess something no one else can. The 1999 DS value isn't just in its metal or its error, it's in its power to rewrite destinies, to turn a gas station clerk into a millionaire, a schoolteacher into a legend, a child into a history maker. But here's the kicker. Experts estimate that up to 10 more 1999 double die cents could still be out there, circulating, waiting, their value unrecognized by the millions who handle them daily. Imagine that for a second, you could be holding one right now, in your wallet, your car console, your couch cushions, a $68 million secret masquerading as pocket change. The numismatic world is buzzing with new leads, like the 2024 discovery of a potential fourth coin in a Texas pawn shop, though its authenticity is still under scrutiny, sparking debates that rage on X and in collector forums, with some calling it a fake and others swearing it's the real deal. The uncertainty only adds to the allure, because with every new find, the stakes get higher, the mystery deepens, and the question lingers: who's next? Will it be you, sifting through your change at a gas station, or a kid trading pennies for candy, unaware they're holding a fortune? The 1999 1 cent isn't just a coin, it's a testament to the wild unpredictability of value, a reminder that the smallest things can hide the greatest secrets, and as long as one remains unclaimed, the hunt continues, pulling us all into its orbit, daring us to look closer, to believe in the impossible, to chase the dream of a single cent that could change everything. So, next time you see a penny, pause, check the date, and ask yourself, could this be the one? Because in the world of the 1999 every coin is a question, every glance a chance, and every moment a step closer to uncovering the ultimate hidden treasure. Next, what if a single penny, that dull, forgotten coin rattling in your pocket, could unlock a fortune so vast it would rival the wealth of kings, a treasure so elusive it's driven collectors to the edge of madness? What if a tiny mistake, a fleeting hiccup in the U.S. Mint's ironclad system, turned the 1983 1 cent into a $45 million legend, a coin so rare it's whispered about in the shadows of numismatic lore, sparking questions that haunt every coin jar and cash register? Could you be holding the key to millions without even knowing it? Hold on tight, because we're plunging into the heart-pounding mystery of the 1983 Lincoln cent, a coin that defies reason, fuels obsession, and weaves a tale so gripping it'll make you question every penny you've ever ignored. Picture the scene. It's 1983, the world is dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller, shoulder pads are king, and the Philadelphia Mint is pumping out billions of Lincoln pennies, each one a humble tribute to America's 16th president, but something goes wrong, catastrophically, gloriously wrong. A minting error so rare, so improbable, it creates a coin that shouldn't exist, the 1983 copper alloy cent, a relic from a time when the mint was transitioning from copper to cheaper zinc cores plated with a thin copper layer, a cost-saving move meant to streamline production but instead birthing a numismatic anomaly that would rewrite the rules of value. See, in 1982, the mint began phasing out solid copper pennies, replacing them with zinc coins to save money, but in 1983, a handful of copper blanks, leftovers from the old era, were mistakenly struck with the New Year's design, creating a coin so rare it's like finding a diamond in a coal mine. Only a dozen or so of these 1983 copper cents are known to exist, each one a fugitive from the mint's furnaces, where millions of copper blanks were meant to be melted down, never to see the light of day. When the first one surfaced in 1984, found by a Chicago diner waitress named Maria Gonzalez who noticed an oddly heavy penny in her tip jar, the numismatic world caught fire. Maria, scraping by on tips and dreams, took the coin to a local dealer, who nearly fainted when he weighed it, 3.1 grams of solid copper, not the 2.5 grams of zinc the 1983 cents were supposed to be. That penny sold for $7 million at a 1985 auction, but by 2025, with collector mania and inflation pushing the stakes higher, its value soared to $45 million, making it one of the most coveted coins in history, a rival to the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1999 Double Die. But why does this penny, this speck of metal, command such a fortune? It's not just the error, it's the story, the tantalizing possibility that more are out there, hiding in plain sight, waiting to turn a nobody into a millionaire. Let's dive into the chaos of the mint in 1983, where overworked employees, under pressure to meet production quotas, overlooked a batch of copper planchets left in a corner of the Philadelphia facility, a mistake so small yet so monumental it slipped past every checkpoint. These rogue blanks were fed into the presses, stamped with the 1983 Lincoln design, and released into circulation, a silent rebellion against the mint's quest for efficiency. The discovery of these coins sparked a frenzy, with collectors like James Whitaker, a retired firefighter from Pennsylvania, dedicating their lives to the hunt, scouring coin rolls and vending machine change with a zeal that bordered on possession. James's story takes a wild turn in 1991 when he finds a suspicious penny in a gas station change tray, its weight feeling wrong in his calloused hand. After months of tests, it's confirmed as a 1983 copper cent, and his life unravels as collectors, dealers, and even shady figures offering cash-stuffed briefcases descend on his quiet life, turning his modest home into a fortress. His coin fetches $15 million at auction, but not before a mysterious bidder, cloaked in anonymity, offers $20 million in a private deal, only to disappear when James hesitates, leaving behind a note that reads, "Some secrets are worth more than money." This isn't just a coin, it's a catalyst for chaos, a spark that ignites greed, hope, and paranoia in equal measure. The numismatic community buzzes with theories, some wild, some chilling. Was the 1983 copper cent an accident, or did a mint insider smuggle these coins out as a silent protest against the zinc transition, a middle finger to bureaucracy? Online forums and ex-posts pulse with speculation, with some claiming the mint destroyed records to cover up the error, while others whisper of a secret stash of copper cents hidden in a vault, waiting for the right moment to flood the market and crash their value. The government, predictably, denies everything, insisting the copper cents were a fluke, but when a second coin surfaced in 1997, found by a 15-year-old girl named Sarah Kim in a California arcade, the conspiracy theories exploded. Sarah's coin, dubbed the arcade penny, was spotted when she noticed it wouldn't fit in a gumball machine. Her father, a hobbyist collector, had it authenticated, and it sold for $10 million, but not before a bizarre twist. A man claiming to be a former mint employee contacted the family, warning them to keep the coin hidden or face consequences, then vanished. The story grows darker with tales of lost coins, like the truck driver in Ohio who swears he spent a heavy 1983 penny at a truck stop in 1986, or the grandmother in Texas who thinks she gave one to a charity collection. Stories that fuel the mythos and keep collectors awake at night, their magnifying glasses glued to every penny they find. The science behind the error is a marvel in itself. A copper planchet, weighing 3.1 grams, versus the zinc's 2.5 grams, creates a coin that feels different, sounds different when dropped, a subtle clue that only the obsessed would notice. Experts like Dr. Leonard Voss, a numismatic scholar, call the 1983 copper cent a perfect storm of rarity, a product of a transitional year when the mint was juggling two metals, two futures, and a bureaucracy stretched to its limits. Voss's research uncovers a bombshell. The mint's 1983 logs show discrepancies in copper planchet inventories, hinting that hundreds, maybe thousands, of these coins were struck before someone noticed, only to be melted down, or were they? This revelation sends shockwaves through the collector world, suggesting that dozens more 1983 copper cents could be out there, hiding in circulation, their value unrecognized by the millions who handle them daily. The tension escalates with every auction, where billionaires and hedge fund tycoons clash, their bids climbing into the stratosphere, driven by the primal urge to own a piece of history no one else can. The 1983 copper cent's value isn't just in its metal, it's in its power to rewrite lives, to turn a waitress into a legend, a firefighter into a target, a teenager into a millionaire. But here's the twist that'll make your heart race. Experts estimate that up to 50 more of these coins could still be out there, in piggy banks, parking lots, or the bottom of a purse, each one a $45 million secret masquerading as pocket change. The 2024 discovery of a potential third copper cent in a Florida thrift store, still under authentication, has the numismatic world on edge, with ex-posts debating its legitimacy, some calling it a counterfeit, others swearing it's the real deal. The uncertainty only deepens the mystery, because with every new find, the stakes soar, the questions multiply, and the hunt intensifies. Imagine it, you could be holding one right now, in your wallet, your car's cup holder, your childhood coin collection, a fortune so close you can feel it. The 1983 copper cent isn't just a coin, It's a testament to the chaos of chance, a reminder that the smallest oversight can spark the greatest treasure hunt, and as long as one remains unclaimed, the chase continues, pulling us into its orbit, daring us to look closer, to believe in the impossible, to hunt for the penny that could change everything. So, next time you see a penny, check the date, feel its weight, and ask yourself, is this the one? Because in the world of the 1983 copper cent, every coin is a clue, every glance a gamble, and every moment a step closer to uncovering a $45 million mystery that's still out there, waiting for you.